Text below is given in case above is hard to read. Also, supply the names in parentheses for the initials in the text. On September 3, 2016 at 8:57 p.m. Huma Abedin at yahoo.com wrote, "Sorry for my late reply, Hassan. Yes, let me tell you about her. The woman is so odd, so starved for validation, so tormented and vain it is a constant surprise to me that anyone takes her seriously. Everyone on the team knows how unwell she is, but they are more determined than ever to see her win. This woman that has a dozen seizures a day. This godless, shrieking malcontent passed out in her medical van. This walking cadaver. She's non-functional. Hassan. Nobody cares. We sober her up for speeches and indulge the press corps with cheap sentiment. The first female president. The last glass ceiling, etc. They trip over themselves lining up behind her. Surely they know it is not her they're getting. It's the one in the corner. The quiet helper, your sister Huma. You asked me once how I did it. How did I take the castle? Hassan, I didn't take it, they gave it to me. Yes, there was a cost. I will admit, subjecting myself to Anthony Weiner and WJC. William Jefferson Clinton is mortal torture. But I do it. Gladly, brother, everything they ask of me, however sick and deprived. I do it, and I smile, rejoicing at the thought of whose glory I serve. Nesara Restore America, Galactic News.
Before you go in, how do you feel this morning? What do you expect to be asked about? Good morning.
This poison in that look you're giving me, and I swear your lies are laced with jealousy. The words you're saying cut me like a knife. Darling, one of us won't see the morning light. When the band stops playing, only one will be left dancing in the round. Might be you, might be me. Who's got the devil on his side? Who's gonna pay the highest price? I think it's you. I may be right. When the band stops playing,
Newly released email shows top aide Huma Abedin warned colleagues Hillary was often confused and needed hand-holding about calls with foreign leaders. It was very important to review Clinton's phone call schedule with her, Abedin cautioned an underling via email, because she's often confused. The email comes from Judicial Watch, which obtained it through a FOIA lawsuit against the State Department. It also shows Clinton was asleep on a Saturday when the aide went to brief her on her schedule. The same aide tried to reach her 4 days after the Benghazi terror attacks, but Clinton had slept through a White House briefing. Hillary Clinton needed hand-holding with her daily schedule and was often confused while she was Secretary of State. Her former top aide and body woman Huma Abedin wrote a colleague in a January 2013 email. The message, to co-worker Monica Hanley, followed a back-and-forth about Clinton's schedule of calls with foreign leaders, including an 8 a.m. appointment to speak with Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. Have you been going over calls with her for tomorrow? So she knows Singh, sick, LS at 8? Abedin asked Hanley just before 5 p.m. on a Saturday. She was in bed for a nap by the time I heard that she had an 8 a.m. call. Hanley replied 3 minutes later. We'll go over with her. Very important to do that. She's often confused, Abedin told her. Scroll down for video. She's often confused. Hillary Clinton's closest aide Huma Abedin left told a colleague that then Secretary of State needed extra help to keep her world leaders straight. +4. She's often confused. Hillary Clinton's closest aide Huma Abedin left told a colleague that then Secretary of State needed extra help to keep her world leaders straight. In bed for a nap, State Department aide Monica Hanley couldn't brief Clinton on her schedule because she was sawing wood. +4. In bed for a nap, State Department aide Monica Hanley couldn't brief Clinton on her schedule because she was sawing wood. It wasn't the first time Hanley had to keep up with Clinton's weekend sleeping schedule. In an email released by the State Department in May, she tried to reach the then Secretary of State 4 days after the deadly terror attacks in Benghazi, Libya. Clinton missed a meeting at the White House for President Obama's daily national security briefing because she overslept. Hanley emailed Clinton at 9:17 that morning to let her know that White House senior advisor Dan Pfeiffer had some sensitive items that he would like to personally show you when he arrives. Clinton didn't reply until 10:43, hardly an hour and a half later. Just woke up. She told Hanley, so I sick, Miss Dan. Could he come back after I finish my calls? Judicial Watch, a right-leaning government transparency group, released the new Abedin email on Monday as a consequence of filing a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit against the State Department. The group had demanded to see all emails of official State Department business received or sent by former Deputy Chief of Staff Huma Abedin from January 1, 2009 through February 1, 2013 using an on-state.gov email address. The 35 pages of emails released Monday include detailed schedules of Clinton's high-level phone calls and her movements. The detailed schedules also contain a warning: the information contained in this email is not to be shared, forwarded or duplicated. One of them was a minute-by-minute schedule for Hillary's day on January 31, 2013. But Abedin's email threads lived on Hillary Clinton's private email server, not on her official state.gov single-quote address. Abedin had a private account through the clintonmails.com single-quote domain. That raises new questions about how Hillary's government aides, not just Clinton herself, may have exposed her to needless risk through the use of an unsanctioned private email account for official business. Clinton is the Democratic Party's frontrunner for the 2016 presidential nomination. She also faces an FBI investigation over claims that she violated the Espionage Act by gross negligence in allowing classified documents to pass through her email server. Hillary boards private jet after Green Group endorsement.